It was an injustice. This was worse than the Emmett Till trial. This was worse to so many trials where we.
What the f? Did he misspeak? What the hell's wrong with this guy?
You went on national television and you compared Emmett Till to a 5-time pedophile. What the f are you doing? What the f are you doing?
What the f?
This is the NAACP.
Oh no. The ghost of the person that started the NAACP is like,
Yeah, super bad.
Derek, what the f are you doing?
Yeah.
You've destroyed the name of my pride organization. This was started because black guys were getting lynched, and now you're crying that we didn't get to lynch a white kid who shot white people.
No shit.
How far have we fallen? This is Zerlinda, the woke witch.
I know.
Not Melinda the good witch, Zerlinda the woke witch. And she's sitting in for Lawrence O'Donnell on
Oh my God, no.
Yes. Before she was shuttled off to the corners of streaming NBC Peacock, but now she's allowed on prime time.
Back to prime time.
This is she's interviewing. This is her famous interview with the president of the NAACP. You may have seen some clips of this. Let us continue.
What is your visceral reaction to the verdict today?
You know, it's unfortunate for the families of the victim with this outcome. We all witnessed and seen on screen what happened. But it's a true tale of what we need to do moving forward. Here's a judge that's been elected for the past 3 days, mostly unopposed. I hope that community take note and recognize that this particular judge is not providing justice for that community. In addition to that, the jury pool question is a real question that we must embrace in a way in which we...
Do you hear that? What is happening in the background?
Someone typing?
It sounds like he's in a laundromat. Like, what's going on here?
It does sound a little bit like that. He just said that the judge
increased the number of people
run for 3 days.
Yeah, you didn't know that this judge has only been a judge for 3 days?
I had no idea. He seemed like he'd been doing it for like 30 years.
I thought he was the longest serving judge in the state, but apparently he's only been a judge for 3 days.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah. Right. Wow. Look, we learn all sorts of things.
I'm learning a lot. Yeah. Keep talking.
Increase the number of people
I think he misspoke. I think it was just that was a typo. I'm listening for the laundromat.
And willing to serve on juries. It was an injustice.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. He left some change in his pocket.
That's just what it sounds like. It's only someone left change in their pants.
Listen, if you're going to wash those suspenders, you got to take the buckles off, okay?
This was worse than the Emmett Till trial. This was worse to so many trials where...
I know.
Wow.
What just happened here?
It's all fucked up for me. Hold on. I got to reload it. I would so hard I broke the watch together.
In addition to that,
this is worse than the Emmett Till trial.
He didn't just say that, right?
Who is Emmett Till in this scenario?
He couldn't have possibly have said that, right?
This particular judge.
I'm kind of curious. Is he saying Rittenhouse is Emmett Till? Maybe we're.
Wait. Let's go. Let's listen. Let's listen.
Providing justice for that community. And to that, the jury pool question is a real question that we must embrace in a way in which we increase the number of people who are registered to vote and willing to serve on juries. It was an injustice. This was worse than the Emmett Till trial. This was worse to so many trials where we...
What the fuck? Did he misspeak? What the hell's wrong with this guy?
Emmett Till is a famous trial where didn't the town lynch Emmett Till or something, and the people who did it got off because the jury didn't convict them?
Emmett Till was a 14-year-old black kid in Mississippi in the 50s who was accused of wolf whistling or offending some kind of white lady.
Yeah.
And he was brutally murdered and lynched.
Yeah. Yes. And the people who did it,
who did it were
acquitted.
No, they weren't even acquitted. They didn't. What's it called? The grand jury declined to indict them in the first place.
But who is Who is Emmett Till in this situation? I'm not.
Obviously it's, I would imagine what he's saying is that he's comparing Rittenhouse getting acquitted as the same level of injustice as the people who lynched Emmett Till
Yeah.
not being indicted in the first place.
Okay, I got you.
Which
So
is
he's saying-
fucking insane.
So he's saying Kyle Rittenhouse is basically
The lyncher.
yeah, gotcha. And
Right.
Rosenbaum is his Emmett Till.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy screaming the N-word
Yeah.
and beating his
Not-
girlfriend, convicted pedophile, he is now hearkened to Emmett Till.
I know
Yes.
there's a lot of sympathy for Emmett Till. I don't know how you could hear the story and not have like sympathy for what grave
Yes.
injustice Emmett Till suffered. But to
how is this
sully
guy?
Emmett Till's name with this whole comparison to fucking Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber is ridiculous.
How is he not like immediately fired from the NAACP?
Yeah,
on the
I know,
spot? Like,
exactly.
what the fuck are you talking about?
You went on national television and you compared Emmett Till to a 5-time pedophile. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck?
This is the NAACP.
Oh no!
You moron. Please stop. Stop.
What a
know for a
dummy.
fact individuals committed murder and yet they were not brought to justice. It is unfortunate, but this is America.
This is America.
Do you think that it emboldens other people to pick up guns and go to protests or, communities of color to terrorize folks? I mean, I feel like one of the dangerous precedents.
Can someone turn off the fucking washing machine? What is going on here? I swear to God, it's driving me crazy. I hear like da-dunk, da-dunk, da-dunk. Like, what is that sound?
Maybe it's Zarina. Maybe she's doing her laundry. They're both on green screen, so they could be in the laundry.
That's true.
mat
They could
for
be
all
anywhere. We don't know
Yeah.
where they are.
They're in the laundry room.
Oh, okay. Jesus, MSNBC, you can't spring to give Zelinda, the woke witch, and the president of NAACP like a room that's not next to the NBC laundry room, please. Okay,
They're
what's
not. They're
happening?
at home. They're in their home studios.
Oh, I
on.
see. They're both naked from the waist down. We can't
Probably. My pants are in the dryer right now.
tell.
I got another interview in 30 minutes.
He spilled coffee on his pants. Yeah.
It happens.
This sets as people who don't live in a particular community will go to where unrest is.
Mother
You mean like Gage?
fucker.
Gage Grosskirts?
God, I fucking hate this. Just this attitude. Did you not listen to any of the fucking trial? God, this is so ridiculous.
How dare someone go to a different community where they don't live in? How dare?
Where their dad lives.
How dare?
Where
How
they-
dare Gage
where they
Grosskirts
work.
drive an hour? Oh, wait a minute. I mean, how dare Kyle Rittenhouse drive 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed
How
up my
dare,
talking points.
How dare Rosenbaum walk 4 hours?
How dare this convicted pedophile, brain damaged coma patient walk 4 hours?
After a police shooting, we've seen police shootings happen far too often.
Well, this is the legacy of the Trump administration.
Oh my God, Sitch. No.
No. Like, how is he gonna shoehorn Trump in here somehow?
No,
Somehow
please.
he's under contractual obligation. You have to shoehorn Trump in
This is-
somehow.
This is where you kind of win me over to the argument about just Trump driving them fucking insane. Like the TDS. The TDS is too much.
The Kyle Rittenhouse case.
It's too much. It's too much. There's this TDS is too potent, okay?
It's too potent.
It's
too
like
powerful.
brain disease.
It is. It's brain rot.
It's about the otherness and embolden so many people in Charlottesville or
Far too often.
well, this is the legacy of the Trump administration. It is about the otherness and embolden so many people, whether it's in Charlottesville or the synagogue in Pittsburgh or in this case, where people feel like it is okay to display their white supremacist behavior in the public square. Unfortunately for the families of the victims of this murder, here's a 17-year-old who came across.
How is that not worthy of a defamation?
I
suit?
know.
He just said. He just now
Sue
called
the
Kyle. He called
shit out of this.
every one of those people white supremacists.
Yeah, displaying white
And-
supremacist
right.
behavior.
And he directly compared them to the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting.
I know, who's obviously fucking
What
racist.
the fuck?
Yeah. And Charlottesville, which was, you know, a fucking
Right.
racist riot.
Jeez, it's
Or
disgusting.
rally, rather, not a riot.
Yeah. Right.
Even when the racists rally, they don't riot.
lines with a firearm that he purchased illegally by his mother to a community that did not invite him, allegedly protecting property that was not his.
That is a...
Look at all these wrong statements.
I know. That is
He
a false
crossed
statement
state
of fact.
lines with an illegal gun, and
That
he
is a
was driven
false.
by his mother, and
In
they
a-
didn't ask him to protect the property.
In a community that didn't invite him. Bitch, Dominic Black was his best fucking friend, okay?
Fuck, the guys, the car owners asked them to be there.
Totally. Yeah.
The car owners drove him, Dominic Black, and Kyle to the place. They're like, okay, let's drive you to the place we want you to protect.
Yeah. Here it
Okay.
is.
Here it
Here's
is.
the ladder if you need to get on the roof. Fucking liars.
Property and to support law enforcement officers who didn't need support. And so
Lies.
It's also untrue. They definitely need
Totally
support.
untrue.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had no they weren't able to answer 911 calls anywhere in the fucking city. Can you imagine what kind of emboldening of criminal behavior does it stoke when the cops basically say, "Oh, we can't answer 911 calls tonight."
I know, it's terrifying.
Yeah. If anyone wants to do any revenge killing, now's the night to do it.
I want to see that information. Okay. How many
Yes.
people died or were injured because they tried to call 911 on one of those nights in Kenosha, and they either had no response or slow response because of the
Yes.
riots?
Yes,
Because
exactly.
those people rioting are 100% culpable for that.
Yeah. You want to break into your neighbor's apartment? Now's the time to do it. We can't
Right.
come out. Insane.
there
It's
is
the
no
purge.
logical reason for him to be there. The fact that this judge dismissed
Now he's insulting logic, Sitch.
There's
I-
no logical reason. This guy just has like the talking point buzzword bingo. He got like all the buzzwords from all the MSNBC anchors, and he's just kind of rearranging them as he sees fit.
Come on. Come on. Premise. Riots 2 days in a row. Premise 2. Come on. This is totally logical.
armed charges, which should not have shouldn't have been dismissed. The real question here is: was there a federal crime committed? Should the Biden administration be bringing federal charges in
my
this
God.
case? Do we have a U.S. attorney that's been appointed in this jurisdictions so that we can look at whether or not
This is despicable.
It is totally.
Biden, I'm calling on you to use your power as president to get the fucking feds involved in this case.
I'm just waiting for this to totally deteriorate into. And if the Biden administration won't do it, can we get enough people together to go to his house with a rope and
with
a chain?
pitchforks
Yeah.
and torches and
Yeah.
ropes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Can we get a stagecoach and feather him up? It's
Do
ridiculous.
we have a rail to tie him on so we can carry him out of the town?
Exactly.
this young man should be charged? You and I both
what?
know, had this person been African American or Latino, he would be behind bars tonight. And unfortunately,
Fake.
The family-
If Kyle was black, they would never have brought charges in the first place.
This is the king argument that triggers me more than anything, Sitch,
Mhm.
because I can't figure out what the fuck they're saying, because they're admitting, are they admitting that the criminal justice system is unfair, and therefore if he was black, this unfair criminal justice system, which we've all seen, would
That's what they're saying.
prosecute him?
Yeah.
So then they are admitting that Kyle Rittenhouse got an unfair case. If that's the case, they're admitting that the charges against Kyle Rittenhouse were unfair.
Listen, don't think about it too much, Adam.
I mean,
okay?
that's the problem here. That's a complete contradiction.
Stop asking questions.
Listen,
Okay.
is the criminal justice system unfair, and does that unfairness disproportionately affect blacks? If yes, then Kyle Rittenhouse should go free. If no, then Kyle Rittenhouse is convicted.
Stop
of
asking
the
questions.
victims will
It baffles me here.
not receive justice.
We need a follow-up question, Zarina. Come on, get in there.
What is the role of civil rights organizations in this particular moment? How do you see your role with?
Well, my role is to go on TV and lie about everything.
His role is obviously to try to race grift and start a fucking race riot and a race war.
My role is
By
to
just
lie
lying
on
off his
television.
fucking ass. Yeah, jeez.
This is so bad.
An organization like the NAACP that's connected to this long history. I see this case as a part of the history that we're all living through. How do you see your place in it?
Well, it is definitely a part of history we're living through. In fact, the reason why the NAACP was created, because on average, an African American was being lynched every day when we were created in 1909. And so for our advocacy voice, one, we must reform our criminal justice systems. Two, in terms of the communities that we represent, that we must encourage a heightened engagement, particularly when you have judges who are elected or...
The ghost of the person that started the NAACP is like,
Yeah, super bad.
Derek, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You've destroyed the name of my pride organization. This was started because fucking black guys were getting lynched, and now you're crying that we didn't get to lynch a white kid who
I
shot
know.
white people.
No shit.
How
Look,
far have we fallen?
this is the thing. This is exactly the thing. Like, are you truly in favor of criminal justice reform, or do you just want to maintain the crooked system and go out that crooked system to attack white people instead of black people?
Talk about the utter failure of our institutions.
Yeah.
This was the same thing as like when the ACLU had their whole long spiel about Kyle, and you're like, this is the ACLU, the people that defended Nazis' rights to protest. And now they're attacking Kyle Rittenhouse and saying that this was an injustice that he was let off. Like, what is going on?
Is this idiocracy? Is this just complete?
No, it's not idiocracy. What it is it's socialism. It's cultural Marxist nonsense has infiltrated all of these institutions. Yeah.
Listen, whenever you say that, it sounds totally It sounds like talking about MSNBC being run by the CIA.
You think
it does?
It's very simple.
It does.
All woke activism right now is completely dominated by leftists. Okay, leftists
It's
and
true.
socialists. That's not a conspiracy
Yeah.
theory. Like,
Yeah.
fucking admit it. There's literally the video of the person for BLM saying, "We're all trained Marxists here, right, guys? Wink, wink, wink."
Yeah.
So
You
no.
can't get a job at like MSNBC or CNN without giving like some sort of diversity and inclusion statement.
Right.
Like, you basically have to bow to the woke mob just to get a job at one of these places. Conservatives are not. They're not hiring conservatives at any of these places anymore.
Well, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah.
jury pools that are not as diverse as necessary. The sad part of what we're witnessing right
This is like, he wants to bust. He's like, we need to bust in an all black jury, like from Chicago. This is why they wanted to keep the jury in. Now I know why they wanted to keep the jury in Kenosha. They wanted a jury of people who lived through the Kenosha like bullshit.
Right.
now is the potential outcome of the Ahmaud Arbery killing that those three individuals actually did. We've seen that on tape. But unfortunately, in that community with 25% African Americans, only one juror, we are unfortunately faced with the same outcome. We cannot have a justice system.
Look, he's basically saying that every single person is racist and only votes on a jury based on race. Like, the facts be damned, they make no difference whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, you'll see when the Arbery guys get convicted, he'll have amnesia and forget he said this. So he'll be like,
course.
oh,
Of course he will.
you know.
Systems that's unjust.
Well, nobody's inviting, when the Arbery case is settled, you know, to a just conclusion, these guys are convicted. thrown in
Okay,
jail.
here's my prediction. I was actually going to draw a little stick figure comic of this this weekend, but I didn't have the time because I was doing this. But I'm still going to do it because I got to get this out here. Okay, here's Sitch's prediction. Mark my words.
For Kyle Rittenhouse, what prediction for what here?
For the Arbery reaction.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Next week, the Arbery people will be found guilty of murder, and all the MSNBC and all the fucking woke shitty people on Twitter are going to be trying to smugly shove in the Kyle Rittenhouse people faces that the Arbery guys are going to jail for murder. And all the Kyle Rittenhouse defenders are going to say, I
Good.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
should.
they're going to say good or we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't really give a shit. And all the people who were trying to use the Arbery killers as props are going to get very triggered by this. And they're all going to go on their little blog posts and they're going to tweet and say, oh, these Kyle Rittenhouse people are coping in season that the Arbery guys are going to jail.
They are.
And they're going to
aren't
make
they?
up. They're going to make up a completely fake narrative that
my
all the
God.
Kyle Rittenhouse people are mad about this. I'm telling. This is the
Oh
prediction.
my
I'm
God,
fucking
you're
telling
so
you.
true. This is exactly what they do. This is
They're
what
gonna-
they do
yeah.
every time. They're like,
Yep.
oh, copium right there.
Yep. Oh, the Kyle, like, because they're going to be like, these people are so, or some of these people are so pathetic and they're so cynical that they literally are seeing this as like a game where they're like, oh, well, the Kyle Rittenhouse people won that last week, but we're going to win this week. And then we're going to rub it in their faces. And then when we don't give a fuck, they're going to be so pissed about it. They're going to be so triggered about it that they're just going to have to make up like we care.
They are going to do that, though. They do
Yep.
this all the time. This is like academic agent all over again. Oh, you guys are coping like crazy. You guys
the Kyle
are
Rittenhouse people are
suffering
coping.
major cope.
They're coping seething right now. They're all pretending like they don't care, but they really do. Here, I found a tweet of like some person with like 100 followers on Twitter. Look how much she's angry about this.
Right. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
you're right.
Here, that's my prediction. I'm telling you.
It's a solid
You'll see it.
prediction. I'm in
Yeah.
with you. I wouldn't bet
Okay.
against that prediction. That's going to be all over Twitter. I can't wait.
We have a legal system that's void of justice for Americans and Latinos outcome. We cannot have a justice system that's unjust. We have a legal system that's void of justice for African Americans and Latinos across the country, and in many cases, poor whites as well.
In many cases for poor whites as well. Yeah,
There you
we
go.
saw that with Kyle Rittenhouse. That's what.
Many such cases.
Yeah,
Yes.
we saw that with Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yep.
What the fuck? Hi, you just listened to a clip from the Sitch and Adams show. If you like what you heard, you can listen to our live show right here on this channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want, you can super chat us. We read $20 and up super chats on the show and then do a follow-up stream on the following Tuesday where we read the rest of the unread super chats and interact with fans of the show. Subscribe to this channel right here to listen to the live show or to listen to more of our awesome clips.